Now, if you don't know, wider shoulders give the impression of a broader chest, wider back, and a better posture when slouched over. It's time to take your shirt off. It's time for some serious work. Let's do this. Men with shoulders that are about 60% wider than their waists are the most attractive to women, according to the Adonis Index ratio. In a survey conducted by the Cambridge University, more than 700 as the most attractive waist to shoulder ratio, regardless of whether you're wearing a tank top, a regular t-shirt, or nothing at all. At the conclusion of this video, you can download a comprehensive shoulder workout that I included. Make sure you work your shoulders at least twice a week as the first thing that you'll want to do, because you end the week with significantly more training volume. That is, you'll be performing more sets times reps times weight load over the course of each week. You'll be performing more sets times reps times glutes, quads, hamstrings, and calves into another workout. The weight you lift for all of your shoulder exercises needs to be increased, and over the course of the next 30 days, I'll show you exactly how to achieve it. This is important, though, as it is one of the quickest and most efficient ways to steadily put the burden of your shoulders without doing it gradually. Stick to a rep range of 6 to 10 repetitions for each of your shoulder workouts, because your body doesn't actually need to grow extra muscle mass that will consume a lot of energy to sustain. That means that once you can successfully complete 10 repetitions of shoulder exercise like military presses on your first set, you must gradually increase the weight to the next level. Once you can complete 10 reps with the new slightly greater weight load than you selected, you'll continue this process by increasing up once more. In other words, even if you can only perform 6 or 7 reps with the new weight, raise the weight just enough each time you approach the upper limit of your rep range. Next, ensure that you actually fail during your sets. You shouldn't give up because you only wanted to complete 6 to 7 reps, which prevents them from driving their muscles into an uncomfortable position where those muscles are pushed to grow and where there is a high risk of harm if you try to fail. You should attain absolute failure on at least the last set of every shoulder exercise you do over the course of the following 30 days. Most shoulder exercises can be performed to failure with little risk of harm. Make sure you attempt shoulder exercises for 3 sets, each before moving on to your biceps and triceps, which you'll also be working that day. The next step is to make sure that the shoulder workouts you select primarily target your lateral and posterior shoulder heads. Because these workouts will already be stimulating your front shoulder head enough, you should focus on the center and back of your shoulders. Exercises like bent arm lateral raises and Arnold presses are advised if you want your shoulders to seem wider, since they target the lateral and posterior heads most effectively. These additional activities have little to no effect on the other 2 heads. Standard lateral raises and cable rises are performed. Include 3 or 4 of these exercises in your first shoulder day. Then on your second shoulder day, include 3 or 4 different exercises. Alternately, you can just perform the exercise I'll discuss in a bit. Both cable reverse flies and dumbbell reverse flies are great exercises for growth. One of the most important steps to making this work is to consume enough protein throughout the day. If experiencing muscle growth is your top priority, you should do your best to distribute your protein consumption equally throughout the day, which will make it very challenging to gain more muscle unless you're a total newbie. Speaking of which, you'll also need to maintain a calorie surplus to promote muscle growth, because developing muscle demands a lot of energy unless you're a total newbie. In other words, your body won't be able to sustain a positive protein turnover rate until it receives the required amount of protein. Fortunately, per pound of body weight, you can consume junk food to meet your fat and carbohydrate macros, but I don't recommend it, because for the most part, it will only make you feel worse. Try your best to consume a surplus of calories from real whole foods and meals that include them. If you consume a bowl of Lucky Charms cereal before your workout, you might perform worse than if you eat sweet potatoes, brown rice, or oats. Remember that you don't require a sizable excess of nutrient-dense protein, carbohydrates, and fats through greater strength and athletic performance. As you focus on building up your shoulders, the following step is a solid supplement. I suggest that you take creatinine for the following 30 days. You'll probably be able to perform 1 or 2 more reps with a heavier weight load if you take creatinine pills, which is consistent with the goal of gradually straining your shoulders over the course of the following month by increasing the weight load for each shoulder exercise. Without going into too much detail, you should take it ideally after your workout because research has shown that this yields the optimum benefits. Another thing to note is that you shouldn't use creatinine with any other supplements. You should thus change to a lighter weight that you can lift for 12 to 20 reps whenever you reach failure on the 3rd set of each exercise, and strive to finish as many repetitions as you can before failing. A sample of this 30-day wider shoulders workout program should, as you can see, the 3 exercises are each coupled with a drop set, and you can add a 4th shoulder exercise on the last set. For your shoulders, you generally won't need as much volume if you're a novice, but if you're more experienced, you might benefit from capping off each exercise with a high rep drop set. Even though you'll be exercising with your biceps and triceps that day, I don't recommend doing more for your shoulders. Now, if you simply follow the recommendations I just went over, sincerely endeavor to gain weight till failure, and follow through at home in the kitchen, that should be it. I sincerely hope you guys give this workout a shot for at least 30 days. If you do, kindly share your feedback in the section below. If you've enjoyed this video and feel like you learned something new from it, make sure to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys soon.